Is it possible for you to let go of unnecessary baggage and go on a transformative journey? Have you ever felt like the weight of unnecessary baggage is holding you back from the life you truly desire? Want to make a positive change? Say goodbye to these 11 things and transform your life. 1. The first lesson in your journey to self-discovery is dealing with people who have hurt you. This is your chance to reflect deeply on who you are and gain a better understanding of it. Imagine living a life filled with great adventures. Now, there will be times during this adventure when the going gets tough, and some people make it even harder. But here's a pearl of wisdom for you. Don't dwell too long on what hurts you. Have you ever felt the need to defend yourself to someone who has hurt you? It's like standing on the edge of a cliff, ready to explain why you shouldn't be pushed. Instead, maintain your composure, stand firm, and let your deeds speak louder than words. Seneca once said that what matters is not what you bear, but how you bear it. Seneca's statements reverberate. He who endures suffering before it is required suffers more than is necessary. Stoicism teaches us to quietly remove people who cause needless turbulence from our journey in order to save our valuable time. It's not about making a scene, it's about making room for calm. And when you do this, you're shielding yourself and letting your ship move in the direction of calmer waters. 2. Our next lesson comes from the Stoics. We don't have a limited amount of time to live. Rather, we waste a lot of it. Therefore, let's not waste it on objectives that are at odds with our true nature. These destinations are the needless goals we set for ourselves in the vast landscape of life. Ever set a goal only to find that it didn't quite fit your personal map? Life is like a constantly shifting landscape, and so are our goals. It's perfectly normal to make adjustments, just like when you adjust a ship's sails to catch the perfect wind. Titus remarked sagely, just as a gardener trims unnecessary branches for a healthier plant, we can always choose how we respond to the external circumstances that we are faced with. It is important to silently eliminate less important goals. Not every accomplishment calls for a major reveal. It's about simplifying your path and letting go of the objectives that burden you. As Marcus Aurelius said, everything you need to make a happy life is within yourself, in your way of thinking. So guard your happiness and let your goals align with the essence of who you are. 3. As we set sail through the vast sea of human connections, our third point of interest is the delicate art of handling relationships. Protect your plans similarly, like you would a secret map to your treasures. Not everyone needs to see it. Have you ever been through a relationship storm and felt the need to share every detail like chapters from a book picture? Relationships are like secret gardens where only you and the other person can grow. There's no need to open the gates wide for everyone. Instead, keep the personal details close to the vest like priceless blooms. It's normal to experience a roller coaster of emotions when a relationship reaches its sunset, but there's a stoic lighthouse steering you towards discretion and preserving your composure. It's like having a safe harbor inside yourself. By processing your feelings privately, you're not only healing but also enabling the relationship to evolve into a significant chapter in your life story. In the theater of relationships, the specifics are the performers' dressing rooms, not for public display. It's about protecting each person's privacy and dignity. The best retaliation, as Seneca sagely observed, is to be unlike the one who committed the injustice. By doing this, you're not merely closing a chapter, rather you're turning the page with grace and dignity. 4. The art of controlling stress and rage is the subject of our fourth lesson on this adventure. The Stoics teach us that rather than having a limited amount of time, we waste a lot of it. So let's investigate how to spend our emotional capital sensibly. Have you ever seen a storm occur on placid waters? That's what happens when extreme annoyance or rage becomes the main event. It's critical to work with grace to navigate these emotional waves. Seneca's statements function as a guide. True bravery is the ability to control one's emotions. The brave are free. Stay away from the public storms may pass, but their effects can last for a while. Your emotions are like the wind, powerful yet best used as fuel, and can either burn out of control or be used to power something worthwhile. The Stoic Forge suggests focusing that energy on constructive things to do. As Epictetus sagely observed, we cannot control our external circumstances, but we can always control how we respond. Let your response be a beacon of light, rather than a thunderstorm. It's like turning frustration into a compass, pointing towards solutions. 5. The fifth lesson serves as a compass to steer us clear of the traps of judgment. Marcus Aurelius once observed that all you need to create a happy life is within yourself. Depending on how you think, Let's navigate this territory with the insight of deliberate expression. Seneca advised that those with great power should exercise caution when using their words because they have power. Being diplomatic isn't about keeping your opinions to yourself, rather, it's about expressing them with the grace of a skillfully constructed argument. Visualize a garden where empathy and respect are the flowers and interactions are the wind's dance. It matters how you say things as much as what you say. Cultivate happiness in your interactions in the symphony of opinions. Let dialogue be your melody. Rather than sharing judgments, seek the harmonious chords of consensus. Epictetus teaches us that we have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so we can listen twice as much as we speak. Engage in meaningful dialogue because consensus is the sweetest sound of understanding. You are creating understanding bridges in the vast field of human connection. 6. Avoid constant comparing yourself. Epictetus, a wise man, once said, "A wise man does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Imagine a garden where every flower blossoms at a different rate. Constant comparison is like hoping for your flowers to bloom at the same rate as others. It robs you of the joy that comes with your accomplishments. Gratitude is the soil in which contentment grows as you walk your path. So let's protect our emotional well-being by taking care of our own garden and appreciating each bloom. Rather than wallowing in the shadow of comparison, pause to celebrate the stones you've crossed. Honor your individual path and practice thankfulness for the actions you've taken as they serve as stepping stones to your true self in the vast academy of life. The curriculum emphasizes personal development. Rather than reading through other people's chapters, concentrate on your own education. Seneca reminds us that the true path to self-discovery is to embrace the wisdom and concentrate on our unique lessons. 7. Imagine your life as a unique canvas full of vibrant strokes, but on social media, it's easy to get lost in comparing your canvas to others. This is Lesson 7 on the conscious use of social media in the digital landscape. This continual comparison steals our joy from our own artwork in a stealthy way. According to Seneca's insight, a brave person is one who is free and able to enjoy their company without being deceived by the false impressions of others. So let's use social media responsibly, as it has 2 potential benefits: connecting people and consuming them. Establish limits and designated times for accessing this digital library to avoid it from stealing your time and making you believe that social media is only one part of your life and not the whole narrative. Rather than wasting our precious moments mindlessly scrolling through social media, let's use this technology as a source of inspiration and real information for mindful interaction, which is how we discover the true meaning of the lesson, our lives on the internet. 8. The quest for approval from others. As Marcus Aurelius wisely observed, very little is needed to make a happy life. All you need is yourself. So let's explore the art of finding happiness within and silencing the deafening applause of the outside world. Imagine being in the spotlight and constantly wanting approval from others. Seeking validation from outside sources can be stifling and drown out the melody of our own voices. Let's go of this stuffy pursuit and welcome the freeing spirit of genuineness instead. The conductor of your life's orchestra is your inner voice. Listen to it, as it is guided by the melody of your true self. True happiness is found in the resonance of your own voice, free from the burden of other people's opinions, and in enjoying the present without worrying about the future. Life's decisions are the brushstrokes on the canvas of our journey to paint authentically. So let's embrace practical steps and learn to dance to the beat of our authenticity, because that is where true joy resides. Happiness comes from making decisions that are consistent with our core values. The next time you find yourself at a crossroads, ask yourself if this choice is consistent with your core values. 9. Managing relationships with discretion. Seneca teaches us that the key to achieving true happiness is to live in the moment without worrying about relationships in the future. When the echoes of a relationship fade and the personal details become too sacred for the world to hear, let's honor the sanctity of these mirrors and recognize the beauty in keeping them private. Happiness lies in living in the moment rather than analyzing the reflections. Let us be courageous in our quiet, safeguarding the dignity of our moments together and letting them rest in peace in the sands of time when the footsteps diverge and the echoes fade, making healing an introspective journey. He who is brave is free. Brave is the one who holds the echoes in the sacred chambers of the heart, not disclosing them to the world. 10. letting go of impractical demands. The Epictetus's words resonate with the 10th lesson, which unfolds like sails catching the winds of wisdom to guide us through the turbulent seas. Let's reveal our responses to sails that will lead to a peaceful journey with accepted, realistic goals and a picture of small victories celebrated. Life as a grand adventure with a huge ocean in the distance. In this metaphor, beyond the horizon, our hopes turn into sails that push us closer to our objectives. But as Epictetus teaches, we are powerless over our external circumstances. Sometimes our sails become too large, carrying the weight of unrealistic expectations. The winds of life are unpredictable, and the size of our sails determines our ability to navigate and explore the art of adjusting our sails, embracing the air and flow of the journey, steering towards authenticity. We must recognize and let go of these unreal expectations in order to free ourselves from the choppy waters of disappointment. While navigating the seas, Seneca inspires braver people to celebrate even the little victories, realizing that the journey, despite its flaws, leads to the destination. 11. Avoiding rumors and negativity. In the last section of our Odyssey, as Cito wrote, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future. It appears like a guiding star on the horizon." Let's explore how to navigate our ship to avoid the perilous waters of gossip and negativity, anchoring ourselves in a harbor of positivity and genuine connection, and how it encourages us to carefully choose the seeds we sow in the garden of our lives, where gossip like weeds taints the soil, impacting our relationships and well-being. In our conversation, let's be careful of the seeds we sow and tend to a garden of compassion and understanding. The patterns our words create influence our reality. Seneca guides us. "He who fears death will never do anything worth of a man who is alive." Fear not the uncomfortable conversations, but navigate them with grace. Discord our words, which travel far beyond us like ripples in water. The last step is to develop empathy and foster a positive atmosphere. At the end of our journey, let's commit to being positive influences, sowing seeds of kindness and understanding in the vast garden of life. Subscribe the channel and stay in touch for more videos. And thank you for watching.